Introducing index and match Excel functions. So here we have very quickly a list of returns by year. So the year starts 2004 up through 2013 for various types of securities. We've got large firm stocks, small firm stocks, bonds are there. And so imagine that we'd like to be able to put in values over here. So like 2005 and large firm stocks, and get back the value here out of this table based on these. Now, so can we use VLOOKUP for this? No, because you think about VLOOKUP, it only allows you to match on one item, and we actually need to match on both year and the type of security. All right. Now, the first thing I want to do is, in terms of building this little table here for you, start with the index and match. Let me quickly show you data validation, make things a little easier for filling in things here, at least on the year and the security. So I'll explain this as we go here. So I'm in B7. Let's go to the Data tab, and then under Data Tools is Data Validation, and click that first item there. We're going to allow items out of a list. And what is that list? We'll put that in the source. Well, that's actually the dates down here, or the years. All right. So notice again, this is under data validation, and we've got a list here. Here's our list, F5 through F14. Click on OK. And now notice that actually pulls up circa 2006 or 2011, whatever, and it won't let you put in anything that doesn't fit out of that list, that is. We'll do the same thing here for security, which is more useful for security. So again, go to data validation. It's under data. Okay, we're going to pick from a list again, and this time the source is G4 through M4. Okay, so notice here we can pick long-term government bonds, and limits their selections to that. If we try to type in something else, if I try to type in small stocks, for example, I get a error. So cancel on that. Again, we'd like to pull from the value for, say, long-term bonds in 2011. That would be 17.95% here. So again, VLOOKUP won't work with this. However, index and match will. So we'll first use match, illustrate, and we'll end up building a formula right here in return. But we're first going to start down here. So let's kind of think about, well, what are we trying to do here? Just kind of moving in the direction we want to go to by determining the row in which we want information from based on the year, of course. And for that, we'll use what's called match. Equal match. Okay, let me just pull up here so we can see. Okay, the lookup value, that's going to be the year. So we're looking at the rows here. And the lookup array is in column F here. Let's find the row that has 2011 in it. And notice it's telling us that it's going to come back with 8. Now let's jump on down to the match type. And it says 1, 0, or -1. 0 is for an exact match, so we'll put in a 0 there. Okay. All right. Now, why is it giving us 8? Well, that's 8 rows down in that list. Okay, in the array that we selected here. That's at that F5 through F14. It's 8 down. If we pick 2004, that should be 1. So pick 2004, and then, yes, that's row 1. All right, so that's how match works. All right, that's how match works. Now I'll just pull it back up. Okay, so you got your lookup value, similar to VLOOKUP. In this case, it's the year that we've got there, B7, whatever we have in B7, and the array that we're looking in for the match are the list of dates in just that single column. And it's going to give us back then, or going backing up here, 0s for the exact match, and it gives us back, which number, counting from the first F5 through F14, which item number corresponds. In this case, first in the row, we got F14 there. Okay. So that's match to find the correct row. Now the other thing we need to do is, well, what column is it? So we'll use match again, equals match, And the lookup value in this case is what we're going to have in B8, which will change. Let me go ahead and pick FX here again. So again, we got lookup value is B8, and we're looking here to the array. We're looking here. All right. So now we're looking, trying to determine what column. And again, match type is again 0. And we got long-term bond selected. That's 1, 2, 3. That's the third one over, and you see it does say 3 there. So that's how match works. So if we change this to long-term stocks, that should be, we should get a 1 down here for the column. Okay. All right. So that's how match works. Now, obviously we've not gotten back the return yet, but we know that if we put 2004 and large firm stocks, that's in the first row in the first column of this table over here. So we're going to use index here, equals index, and we'll use the first one there. Okay, so what's the array? Well, the array is the table from which we want to pull the data. And notice I'm just referencing the inside portion of that we want to reference or pull back from. The row number is 1 or B11, and the column number is B12, and we'll edit this. What this index does is we got a rectangular area here, G5 through M14, and it's going to give us back whatever is in the given row and the given column within that. Okay, in this case 1 is the 10.88. So notice if we change this, well, I guess I need to change this up here. So let's say we do randomly pick 2010, and we'll pick the US T-bills. That's in the 7th row. Okay, 7th row, and in the 6th column, and so that should be 0.12, and that gives us the result here. All right. Now we'd like to clean this up. I did these values down here, or these functions down here for match, just to introduce match to us. So let's just copy this. Okay, so I'll copy for the row, and we'll go up here and edit. So we're going to replace B11 with what we did before. So I'm just going to do Control V to paste that. Okay, so that still works. And we'll come down here and do the same thing for the column match. I'm just going to highlight that. Control C for copy. Hit escape. Go back up here. And let's replace B12 with that match function. Okay. Alright. And so now we can get rid of these guys here. I'll just delete that. I'm going to clean up a little bit. So let's see if this works. Again, we've got 2010 and T-bills. That's the 12%. What about if we pick 2008 and long-term corporate bonds? That's 8.78%. So again, 2008, long-term corporate bonds, 8.78. All right. So again, that's how the index function works. There's other uses for this that we'll see.